Okay, in this video I want to show you our maps book, and I actually had to rig up a different camera stand because this book is so huge. Get out my tape measure here. The cover is 14 3/4 inches by 11 inches, so it's pretty big. So I have two things to show you. I have the activity book as well, and that one's a little smaller. Yeah, it's 12 by 8 3/4. So let's just look at this one first. This one is the maps book by Alexandra, how do I say this, Mizelinska and Daniel Mizelinski. So I'm not sure if I said those names right. But anyway, so this is not just the regular maps book. The regular one is, I think it's a bluish color, but this is the special edition, which includes even more countries and more maps. So it's really cool. It's by Big Picture Press, and it is huge and awesome. So here's the contents. So in all these countries that are listed here with the page numbers is where you would flip to see that particular country maps. So there's your world map. So everything in here is hand-drawn, which makes it so beautiful and so unique. There's Europe, so we have continents, Iceland, Norway. Some of the pictures go this way, some of them go this way. Denmark. So what's really unique about this is the hand-drawn pictures. And they're so animated and lovely and really cool and also educational. So if you're going through maps with your kids, you can actually learn a lot just by looking at the different pictures that are portrayed here, because it talks about, the theme is about each country. This one's really cute. It's even got like different foods of France and things like that too. So that's really neat. This is definitely going to be a book that's not just used for this school year. This is going to be like a treasured family book for all time. So tons of different maps and countries. Most of them are 2 pages wide, and they're lots of fun to look through, and they'd be really good for school-wise, like homeschooling, to analyze like one map at a time. And that's kind of where there's a bunch of flags. That is where the maps activity book comes into play. So the activity book, it's nice. By the way, this is hardcover bound. This one is not hardcover. This is paperback, but that's because it's an activity book, and I believe it's meant to rip the pages out. So as you can see, it's bound with this open. It's almost like a notepad that you would just rip off. You would just rip off your sheet to do your activity. So it's got a lot of things in here. Draw an activity of a map of an imaginary country is kind of how you start. Coloring the continents. It goes through a bunch of different activities. There's a lot of drawing in this book and coloring, a lot of thinking you can do. But again, it will correspond with your big maps book. So if you're unsure of maybe how to use this book, then you really would like to get the maps activity book so that you can kind of have something to bounce off of and kind of know what you should do for education, for not just browsing through. It's a lot of fun just to look through. Mazes. I'll just give you a quick flip through here. So a lot of different things in here. This, how many pages is this? Let me see if I can find a page number. Okay, I found it. It says 36 adventure-filled activities and games. So there you go. There's 36 in here. There's usually about 36 school weeks in the year. So if you would think about this for weeks, you might do a map activity book page once a week. If you're doing homeschooling, if you're doing it year-round, you could maybe even do less. Here's some flags of the world at the back. As you can see, the selection of flags of the world are a lot smaller in the activity book than here, because this is the special edition. So the special edition is going to have more maps than this. This was designed for the regular maps book. So no matter which big maps book you get, you can correlate the maps activity book. The maps activity book probably won't correspond with the new maps that are added to this one. I'm not sure if they're going to create a new activity book. I doubt it, but I don't know. It's up to the company. I haven't heard of it yet though. So there's an inside look at the special edition maps book and activity book that goes with it. Great for geography or social studies. for anybody. Like I said, not just a school book, but a cool family book as well. You can find the link to this on Amazon below. For more on some hand-drawn books that you can utilize in your homeschooling, you can check out my video on the Julia Rothman collection below too as well.